It's become like something of a huge guessing game now, isn't it? Every day we wake up and we want to know, well, some of us do at least, or we're told, aren't we, by those alerts, who's received this. That's right. Yes, this. I mean, it's the thing that apparently everybody wants to receive. Or is it? As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you. Thank you so much for taking the time out today. You all right? Not so bad, thank you. Yes, and by the way, thank you for your lovely comments regarding the BBC radio serial, Mrs. Dale's Diary. I think a lot of people had these around the world, but that was really, I mean, it's hard to imagine, it's beyond my era, obviously, but how popular it was. And I can see the idea of it and how it really would work today, because she was sort of talking to you like almost you knew her. And apparently people really did think they knew Mrs. Dale, but maybe we all know a Mrs. Dale in our village or our area. Did you? Was there one like that? And it's fascinating to listen to it because everybody was so proper and correct and polite and things. What a society we left behind. Do you agree? Yes. Now, the society we live in today, of course, is all about influencing, branding, selling, marketeering, whatever you want to call it. I love all of these brand new phrases. I don't know about you, because it's nothing new. It's gone on for years. If you watch old films, you can see the way they even branded things then, but of course you didn't necessarily see that because you were just watching the film. You didn't realize you were being branded or told to look at this particular thing, did you? You just accepted it. Interesting to now note, though, that of course with Meghan Markle, she's desperately trying to shore up some interest in her lifestyle brand. So much so, she's sending around these pots of jam that she claims she's made herself. But of course, nobody's been, shall we say, forthcoming in releasing exactly the contents of the jam, how it's made up, where the fruit, is it organic, all that sort of stuff. I think that's a big remiss on one of her chums on that part. It could knock some of the suspicion around that on the head. But the bigger thing is, as we told you, there was a little notette with it basically saying, if you could, this is the handle, ideally pictured with yourself, all that sort of stuff. Now, I've got an excellent source who tells me that actually not everybody was thrilled to receive these jams. And before you start getting suspicious, no, it wasn't me. As if I'd get a jar of jam. Can you imagine? There were two major celebrities, one British, one American, who were very politely declined the opportunity to receive jams, and apparently in one case actually sent it back. I even know the numbers, but I'm not allowed to say. Now, what's interesting here is that obviously that's a good move if you're a major celebrity, because what you're saying is, unless you're paying me, which is the effectiveness of this deal, then why would you want to do that? If you're a chum, you might want to do it, but maybe they're not chums. Maybe they're just people that Meghan and her team want to associate themselves with. Either way, it appears that Meghan's going to get herself in a jam if she's thinking that here's the product, here's the script, and of course all you're now going to do is take your time out without being paid to promote my brand. Equally, if you turn that back, as many people have told me in the industry, would she do the same thing for you? Has she, for instance, helped promote the brand new series, the upcoming reboot of Suits? No. Has she done anything perhaps to reboot or indeed the ill-fated show from Gayle King? One would suspect no. But again, she's not on social media. But we know she is. You see the conflictingness here. But for now, it looks like that not everybody is wild about Harry and Meghan's jam. And for now, seemingly, some are prepared to kick back. For now, I shall remain silent. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.